Hello, my name is Captain Dan Hanley. I currently serve as Director and International Public Spokesperson for our global grassroots effort called 9/11 Pilot Whistleblower, whose website is at 911pilot.org. Our purpose is to show that the grossly inexperienced alleged 9/11 Muslim hijackers were not at the controls of the aircraft that day, but the aircraft were electronically hijacked through employment of the uninterruptible autopilot system, which enables a remote source to take complete control of the aircraft's autopilot and flight management computers in flight and guide it to its target. For myself, I commenced flying over 50 years ago, and over a 35-year career span in civilian, U.S., naval, and commercial aviation, accrued over 20,000 flight hours in 15 different aircraft. I can unequivocally state, without reservation or embarrassment, that I could not have flown the flight profiles of the 9/11 aircraft at those speeds and altitudes, and neither could the alleged 9/11 Muslim hijackers. The Boeing 757-67 aircraft are too complex and sophisticated for these Cessna-trained pilots who had never flown the jet aircraft before in their lives to have climbed into the cockpit sight unseen and flown them. These alleged hijackers, having only flown a maximum airspeed of say 120 knots before, were clocked on radar at speeds in excess of 500 knots, which incidentally exceeds the maximum operating speed of these aircraft by around 120 to 140 knots. The aircraft should have come apart. Over the course of the next several months, I will be interviewing highly qualified civilian, military, and commercial pilots, both active and retired, from around the world, who will back my assertion. During these interviews, we will be discussing the vast differences in the cockpits of the Cessna 172, which was the primary training aircraft of the hijackers, to that of the Boeing 757 and 767. Additionally, we will also be taking a look at the lack of experience of the hijackers and the profiles each allegedly flew that day. And finally, we will expose the existence of the uninterruptible autopilot and discuss our contention that its employment on 9/11 provides the only viable alternative explanation as to how the aircraft were guided to their targets. These important interviews will be published on YouTube for dissemination on social media and elsewhere. Also, 9/11 Pilot Whistleblowers is currently in negotiations with a major documentary film producer for the purpose of creating a film that reflects the goals of our organization. Excerpts from these interviews will be employed in the production of this important documentary. I submitted an extensive whistleblower report to the Federal Aviation Administration via their hotline recently, and have received an email notice that this report has been forwarded to the appropriate office for review and disposition. The YouTube video interviews will be forwarded to this office, which will support my assertions in the report. And finally, once sufficient evidence and data are collected, it is our intent to submit it to a U.S. attorney in hopes of forcing him to convene a grand jury investigation into these issues. If you are a pilot and wish to participate in this interview process, or if you know one, just drop me an email at director@911pilot.org with your phone number and our Skype name, and we will contact you to arrange an interview. Thank you for taking your time to watch this video. We ask that you kindly share it on your favorite social media outlets, along with your family, friends, and neighbors. Until next time, have a pleasant day. Thank you, and so long.